Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their... It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up here in this stage of the season break. What can struggling teams do to better themselves?
You mean besides make a big trade move? I think about lineups and schemes. You have to look at what you can control and really establish your identity.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. We've got Barnes, also R.J. Barrett out there, and it's Mobo in at the center. Brunson outside. Pass to Towns. From the wing, Barnes grabs the miss, and the Raptors with possession. And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. G.A.?
Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. That's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
All right, thank you, David. And that one, good. Here's Brunson against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Pass to Hart. They set the pick. Connects from three-point range.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the three.
Here's Mobo. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
To the inside. Barrett off target at the rim.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Barrett against Towns. They get a hand on it. Out to Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. That 3 off the mark.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Pass to Abaji. There's the screen. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
The first free throw is good. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
Wow, a team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Brunson. Averaging about 24 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
No good on the free throw. After a flurry of trades last season, Toronto, Brent, seems to be committed to build around Scotty Barnes.
It does feel that way, Kevin, that Scotty is the cornerstone guy, but I don't know if they really feel like he is truly their number one. They're recognizing his talent, but there's still a lot of work to be done to rebuild this Toronto Raptor roster.
Pass to Mobo. Back to Barrett. Here's Mobo. And the Raptors miss again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's Hart on the wing. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Back to Barnes. Pass to Mobo. Towns with the steal. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Now here's Brunson. Still without a basket.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now Dick shoots over Anunoby, and there's Dick. That's good on the assist by Barnes.
So much balance when Dick's in the air, always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
Hart with the screen for Bridges. Drops in the tray.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
They set the screen. Barnes can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 6. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Miles McBride's checked in for OG Anunoby, and the Raptors also making a change. Walters checked in. Pass to Dick. Onside Barrett. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. Second, the Knicks.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Pass to Brunson. For 3, Bridges. Toronto grabs the miss. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game missing all those chippies.
Brunson the pass to Hart. And Towns gets it to go.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Towns has got 6.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding. Rising up off the ground.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Walter. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Walters got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Toronto. Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. The rebound by Battle. It's tipped, and Olynyk kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Battle. The tray. It doesn't go for him.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now, here's Boucher, defended by McBride. That one drops for him.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. For the Knicks, Sims is checked in, and it's Achua in for Josh Hart. And here's Payne. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Shot from the wing, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Pass to Battle. Olynyk, a screen on Bridges. Shot clock at 6. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And the 3-ball is good. And so here is New York. 6-point lead. Bridges with it. Here's Achua. Pass to McBride. Another shot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New York.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the 3-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Pass to Payne. Tries from 10, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Towns has got 8 points.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Poked away, throws it up high, and he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Bridges. Outside, Towns. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Mitchell passes to Olynyk. Back to Mitchell. From about 19 feet. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And Olynyk doing a nice job just keeping the symmetry out there.
Bridges finds Achua. Now Towns. Alter pulls it in.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Olynyk. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Payne kicks to Towns. Sinks the triple. He's got 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Raptors trailed by 11. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Scotty Barnes is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Grady Dick. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Mobo in at the 5 down low. Here's Brunson, and it's good off the back rim and in. Brunson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks. 32-19. Barnes against Brunson, and that one's good. Barnes.
Inside, Barnes knows he has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Hart, wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3. Here's Mobo. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges for 3. Mobo with the rebound.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Pass to Barrett. Tries a three. Knicks with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road. Take good shots and knock them down with confidence.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, two guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
Towns, the screen. Hart bangs home the trifecta. Hart's got 13 points.
First three of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Don't usually see him shooting the three.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. And Barnes gets double teamed. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
The Knicks leading by 8. Hart with a screen on Barnes. Brunson goes in. Good D by Barnes.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Bridges with the block.
Love the aggressiveness Bridges plays with on the defensive end, rejecting the shot.
Here's Hart. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hart's got 6 in the quarter.
And that makes it 2 3-quarters in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Raptors making a switch here. Abaji's checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And, of course, Toronto. They have a lot of ground to make up. Here's Dick. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Brunson outside. New York moving the ball around. From outside the arc, Boucher with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Towns with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Brunson and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he recovers it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Might have been a little force from Brunson, but he gets in there to get the foul.
Brent, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
For Toronto, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. You know, Brent, when you talk about home court advantage, the Knicks have one of the best.
Well, New York is so electric, and just, I have memories, Kevin, of walking out on that court and it just feeling different. So the Mecca is back, and when it's loud, it is delicious. Boy, talk about going north to south. Scotty Barnes is explosive.
Outside, Towns. Hart the pass to Brunson. Now, here's Anunoby. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. Pocket 4. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 10. Here's Dick. Anunoby sends it back.
A fantastic defender. Anunoby is skilled at positioning himself perfectly for these blocks.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The Knicks have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Towns. And after years of rumors around OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam, the Raptors dealt them both.
Well, I like what they got back, Kevin. At some point, you got to cut the cord, and they did that. They brought back the hometown hero in R.J. Barrett, along with a few picks, which gives them some flexibility. So it was a time for a new direction in Toronto, and trying to add to that exciting young core is priority 1.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
Pass to Walter. Shoots a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hart kicks to Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. From outside, off the mark.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
The Knicks leading by 15. Anunoby passes to Hart.
Yeah, I know this gets said a lot. Josh Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy is a fantastic competitor, plays with energy on both ends, and it's infectious for his teammates.
For New York, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. First free throw is good. Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. Miles McBride comes in for Bridges. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
That one falls. The Knicks leading by 15. Brunson the pass to Hart. Anunoby outside. No good from outside.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Hart with the screen for Anunoby. Brunson right side. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Mitchell looking it over. The Raptors need to get a shot at Walter, and poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. McBride passes to Brunson. Now here's Hart. He's covered closely. Mitchell in the corner for the three. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. It's Hart on the wing. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Lest us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Mitchell passes to Battle. Shoots over Anunoby. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's a screen by Achua. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 12. Stolen by Brunson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Back to Achua. Good, nice job down low. Achua's got his first 2 points of the night.
And this is the resiliency you'll get from Achua when he's this close to the basket. He can handle that contact.
And it's Mitchell missing. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Brunson. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Achua. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Achua's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jalen Brunson. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
So for the Knicks, Towns, he's checked in for Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Payne in for Jalen Brunson. And Toronto also making a switch. Dick's checked in. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect. They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Miles McBride at the line.
Free throw good, McBride. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Dick. Back to Mitchell. Shoots over Payne. And again, no good by Toronto. New York leading by 17. And the shot falls short this time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And And so it's the New York Knicks feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
And see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Toronto Raptors.
A lot of bricks out there. Reminds me of my free throw shooting. Enough to build a house. Come on, man. Take it to the paint. Man up.
Man up is correct. These teams often get addicted, Shaq, to the three. Time for some intervention here. What's your plan B, please?
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they're frustrated, and you can understand their frustration. They were expected to be good this year. Their fan base was fired up, but it just hasn't come together.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Raptors trail by 17. OG Anunoby is out there with Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the one spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. There's the three. Good on the triple. Brunson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks.
Brunson is such a difficult cover. You can't let him fire away, but also he's a threat to drive. Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Anunoby has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Barnes passes to Dick. Here's Abaji. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Anunoby outside. Brunson sets a screen for Anunoby. Off target with his three. Raptors trailed by 21. There's the pick. The three from Barnes. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 9 points.
Every year, Scotty Barnes looking increasingly comfortable shooting from the perimeter.
Here's Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And our 2K leaderboard up on the screen now, giving you a look at the small forward position and the players with the most rebounds per game this year. Second, R.J. Barrett.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Well, these are the 18-wheelers right here. Bigger and tougher. They are fearless when it comes to crashing the boards. And I'll tell you what, it really lightens the load on your bigs. And you've got two rebounders like these guys at the small forward.
And Towns the bucket on the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his third assist on the night. It's to Abaji. Inside. Mobile. Makes it off the glass. He's got 8.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Timeout.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report.
Let's see those best moves. Everybody get down.
The numbers for Scottie Barnes, averaging 21 points per game, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Back to Dick. Barnes outside. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson kicks to Hart. The kick out to Towns. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And let's take a look at Karl-Anthony Towns' numbers. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Agbaji, the pass to Boucher. Here's Agbaji. Boucher, the screen. And that one's good, Agbaji. Agbaji's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Takes a three. Toronto grabs the miss. Boucher's got his 6th rebound on the night. Agbaji, the pass to Barnes. From downtown, it's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scottie Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scottie, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Using some muscle there on the finish. I like seeing Barrett be active inside.
Runs in the pass to Bridges. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Back to Anunoby. New York moving it around. No problems knocking that one down. Brunson's got 11.
Man, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Right bounce pass. Brunson outside. For 3, Bridges. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Mikal really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. The Raptors making a switch here.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the Raptors, number 77.
On defense, the Knicks. Boucher sets a screen for Barrett. Back to Barnes. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 6 rebounds in the game. There's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on R.J. Barrett.
And Hart playing with his right now, just going all out.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And the layup falls. Hart's got 23 points.
And we don't see this too often, but Hart getting it going here, catching fire.
Barnes passes to Bennett. The kick out to Barnes. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Barrett. Here's Boucher. Defended by Towns. And the rejection by Towns.
Exceptional timing on that rejection. Love seeing Towns this aggressive on defense.
Pass to Anunoby. From deep, Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Barnes the screen. Abaji can't get it to go. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Well, Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
That free throw missing.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Good on the second free throw. The Raptors shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can defend, and he can really pass. Brent, he seems like the ideal wing.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. And you don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
The first one falls.
Now, Scotty Barnes just is one of those guys that's a complete player and competes.
Barnes hits them both. Here's New York. They're on a 15-6 run. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the jumper is on the mark. Bridges got 13.
More signs of Bridges' hard work in the offseason paying off in his jump shot.
Barnes dishes to Olynyk. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. Thompson with it. 15 points in the game. Over in the corner, McBride. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip to the middle. And Bridges with the block. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The Knicks making a switch here. Achua's checked in.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
And New York making a change here. Sims is checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your New York.
New York's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And Brunson throws it down.
Oh, man. Brunson can do that?
Toronto with the ball. Pass to Olynyk. Down low.
59.
Here's Dick. Toronto working the ball around now. Barnes passes to Dick. Takes the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Brunson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Back to Bridges. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has got 15.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Olynyk has the open look. Hits it from three-point range.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Up top, Achua. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. He's got 6.
How about the quick shot from Achua, not giving the D any time to react?
Here's Barnes. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
92-64.
Here's Barnes. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Raptors have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
One shot.
That's good from Barnes. Now Brunson. Here's Achua. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. They've got R.J. Barrett. He's out there with Walter. And it's Boucher in at the power forward. To the left side wing. Pass to Walter. And here's Barrett, defended by McBride. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
95-67.
Boucher against Hart. Pass to Mobo. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Abaji. Brunson covering. Pass to Boucher. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Here's Brunson. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
An incredible job, Brunson, just measuring off that floater.
97-67.
It's Barrett on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Walter. Brunson covering. Here's Mobo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Sometimes you like to see guys go with the bounce pass, threading it through there perfectly.
And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Brunson the pass to Bridges. From past the arc. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 26.
Scoring in rhythm there. Great to see Hart shoot it without holding back.
173.
There's a screen. Boucher kicks to Barrett. That three off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Brunson outside. Pass to Achua. For three, Bridges. Abaji pulls it in. Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And here's Barrett. Here's Mobo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal.
It's going to go on Josh Hart.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
OG Anunoby's checked in for Miles McBride. Brunson the pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. Plays it up off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Pass to Mobo. And it's denied.
That's the kind of defense you love seeing from Achua. Like how engaged he was there.
Now here's Hart. He's guarded closely and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Josh Hart at the line. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Grady Diggs checked in for Toronto. And Hart drops them both. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive abilities.
And the first one drops. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board. Anunoby, one of those star players in the league that you don't really look at the numbers to see how he impacts the game overall. It's the intangibles that make him special. Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Now here's Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the Knicks miss again. Toronto's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Walter. Barrett wide open. He fires. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And Barrett's a creative player, a guard who can thrive in pick-and-roll sets.
Brunson finds Achua. Back to Brunson. Here's Hart. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Dick. Back to Barnes. Barrett with the ball. Trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Achua's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. Do you think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, man, it's hard.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. And he's good on the second.
If you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
That's a 2 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Third personal foul. 4th team foul.
Hart finds Brunson. Hart with the screen for Brunson. New York missing again. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Dick. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists now tonight. Now Hart shoots the 3. Anunoby, good.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Pass to Walter. Back to Barnes.
Knicks lead 110-83.
So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Clock at 6. And McBride gets it to go. And for the Raptors, they're shooting about 42% so far. They set the pick. Dick can't get it to go.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Barrett with nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had.
And it's in there.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Pass to Dick. Shoots over Anunoby, and another basket for Toronto.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Bridges outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Hart. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Sometimes plays take extra effort. Usually it's Josh Hart who will be the one to make it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And continue dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Jalen Brunson.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Towns, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Pass to Barnes. Left side, Barrett. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Bridges outside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Towns, the six-footer's good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great